So hello everyone. In today's video, we will start a new chapter which is functions in Python. In the previous video, we have completed our most important topic, that is data structures in Python, and data structures like lists, tuples, sets and dictionary. We have also seen some practical examples using lists, then dictionaries and tuples and sets. So in functions means why functions are required in Python. Functions is a block of code that we can reuse, and also it performs a specific task which help in organizing code, reusing the code and improving the readability. So first, let's see introduction with the syntax of function, how to write the function, what are the things you should be writing to create a function, and this you have to memorize the syntax. So this is the syntax of function. Def, it start with the key word def, then you have to write your function name, and inside this bracket you have to pass the parameters. Now what are parameters, I will tell you in the next cell. Then write here the function body, the what are the expressions you want to perform, and finally return that statement. Now why function, why not anything else than functions? Suppose I am showing you an example that if num is equals to 24, and checking that is it even or odd, equals to 0, then print the number is even, else print the number is odd. So if I run this, it will simply give me even. Yes, you can see that in output it is showing that the number is even. Now suppose I want to use this step every time in another file. So every time I have to write this much line of code, and this much memory space will be allocated for checking the even function. So to prevent that, or let's say to not to use an efficient way, we have to create a function. By using that function, simply if we call that only function name, the whole process will get executed. So using the syntax, I have shown you how to create function. Writing even or odd, this is a function name, and inside bracket passing the parameter is num. Now giving the conditions to check for checking even or odd. Simply copy and paste it here. Yeah, the expression condition has been passed, and now if I move to next cell and if I write the function name and pass a number, say 12, shift enter, the number is even. So every time if I want to execute this operation to checking even or odd, simply I will uh, call this function name, and I will be writing passing the number that I want to check. See, the number is odd. So this is how it is efficient to use function, and it saves time also. It prevents from using this much line of code every single time. Now moving forward in functions, let's introduce you all with some parameters. A function with multiple parameters. Suppose a function name addition add and a comma b. The a is one parameter and b is another parameter. So if you want to pass two parameter or three parameter or more than that, simply use comma. Then I am typing return a plus b. Now after writing return a plus b, creating a variable result where I will call the function and pass the numbers that I want to and want to check of result, and simply printing the result. Now it is a very important step here to allocate the function inside a variable. Means when you are calling here, you are putting it inside a variable and then you are calling it. So in not every case you have to do that. Like in even or odd function, I have simply call even or odd function. I have not stored it inside a variable. But as I am returning, and here only I am performing the operation, so that's why when I am calling the function, it is required to store it in a variable when you call the function and pass the parameter. So in here, if I do not store it in a variable, it will not give me an error because Jupyter Notebook does not give an error. But in if we do in VS Code, then it will give me an error. So they treat that. So in Jupyter Notebook, they do not treat it as like an error. So if I run this, you will see 6 has been printed because I am simply performing an operation addition where 4 plus 2 I have given the number, and which gives me 6. Suppose I comment this out, and here I call the function and passing the parameter and shift enter. See, it is giving 6. Now I want to show you in VS Code. Excuse me. I want to show you in VS Code creating a file of function.py. Here I will be doing the same code and copying this and pasting it here. Now see, I am simply removing this print also and add uh, add also. Okay. Now if I run this, you will see that nothing is being executed. Now if I run this, we will see 6 has been executed. So let me make one thing clear. Add 2 comma 4. Add 2 comma 4. Okay, in the previous versions of VS Code, this gives an error, but as the VS Code gets updated, so that's why it is not giving the error. So this is how the function with multiple parameters. Now, what is default parameters? Default parameters in Python, let's say def, greet, and name. Printing it in f string hello, and name welcome to the paradise. Now simply calling this simply calling the function and passing a name, you will see that it is completely fine because it works as a simple function. Now why I am telling a default function, because giving here a name in function only, in the parameter only, when I am passing the parameter, at that time only I am assigning a name. And here also I have assigned a name. Suppose I forgot to assign the name when I'm calling the function and running the program, you can see the default parameter has been put it in the name, and that's how the default parameters work. And if I have given a name, so then it will consider the name that I have given when I have called the functions. So this is what default parameters do. Now there are variable length arguments. variable length arguments. First one is positional and second is keyword. Positional and keyword arguments. Now creating a function def and print numbers. Now here to for positional arguments you have to write star args. Now this writing star args is the best practice till now, which has been recognized and used by everyone. In the args you can use any of the name. By giving a star you can use any name, like suppose let's say object, or you let's say giving any variable name, like, or any name like this name. But giving args is best practice as it is used by everyone. So I am writing star args, basically argument, that's why first letter args, then entering to this the function, and simply writing a for loop for a number in args and printing the number. Now I am calling the function print numbers and passing the positional arguments. You can see that if there is more than one arguments, like in a form of a list or a tuple, so you can see that by printing passing the argument star args, this this can be executed. Now if I want to perform some keyword argument, in that case I have to write def and print details, and I have to give star quarks. This is another specified name for keyword argument. Now for key comma value in quarks dot items. Remember I have taught you that items return pair, key value pair, that's why writing key items. Print f string format key and value. Now again I am running and calling the function and passing the parameters in the form of dictionary, or simply writing and let's say country is equals to India. Now when I shift enter, you can see that it is given in a key value pair, like name is the value and key name is the key, and so my name is so 6, so that is the value, age is name and 20 is its value, country is the name, India is the value. So this is how in a key value pair it gets executed. Now let's say that I want to print or do both the positional and keyword arguments both at a time. So in that case, simply copy and pasting this function and passing here args args star and for val in args print f string positional argument val and for the key value remain it like this only. Now if I shift enter and uh, pass, first I have to call that function and simply passing first the positional arguments as the order which I have passed the parameter here. First I have passed parameter argument and then keyword argument. So in that order only I have to pass the parameter when I am calling the name, when I am calling the function. So first I have given this, then keyword argument this. Now if I run this, you will see that positional argument are this and this is keyword argument. So this is what doing positional argument and keyword argument at a both at a time in function. Now what is return statement do? Return statement. We create a function def and multiply a comma b, then return a into b, doing the mathematical operation self itself in this return line of code, then calling the function multiply 2 comma 3. If I shift enter, you will see 6. Now the error which I was telling you that VS Code does not give it and Jupyter VS Code gives and Jupyter does not. So let's check it. Going here and simply typing, give the prompt, say why it is not giving error in Jupyter notebook but in VS Code. So now entering it. Now returning multiple statements, return multiple parameters, not statements, creating the same function def multiply a comma b and then returning a into b comma a. Now if I comma a, now if I call the function multiply and pass the parameter 2 comma 3. Now you will see that first the operation is getting performed, that is multiplication, and then a means I have given here a means 2, so 2 is also getting executed. So this is how returning multiple parameters work. And here comes to an end in functions in Python. Now let's practice some problems in Python. For that, creating a another file where functions example. So our first example, that is uh, temperature conversion. So first one is temperature conversion. And selecting the code cell. Then how to how what is the formula of temperature conversion, a conversion like from degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit. So from degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, if I have to convert, then simply 9 by 5 plus 32, this is the formula. And Fahrenheit to Celsius, then temperature minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. Celsius to Fahrenheit, temperature into 9 upon 5 plus 32. This is the formula. Now simply creating the function name and passing the parameter temp and unit. Now if let's say unit equals to C, that means Celsius, let's make it capital C. So always starting before any program, you have to build the logic and then proceed step by step. Do not directly jump into the program while solving. Now returning temp into 9 upon 5 plus 32. Elif is used for multiple conditions. So elif unit equals to, in Fahrenheit we denote it with F, capital F. So return in bracket, I would like to give temp minus 32 into 5 by 9. So I am commenting this out, the formula, like this is from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and this is from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Else return none. None, this is an inbuilt keyword, inbuilt function in Python. Now let me call the function. If I call the function and print convert temperature giving, let's say, value 25 and a unit giving C, and printing the same but Fahrenheit F, and also changing the value to, let's say, 77. And if I run this, there is a name error, means the function name and the function that I have called is not matching, because here is A and here is A. Now if I run this, you can see that 77.0. So this is the first one, 25 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit, so it is giving 77. And if I convert 77 Fahrenheit to Celsius, so it is giving 25. So this is what is temperature conversion. Only this part, if conditioning part, this part is the logic part. Basically you have to memorize the formula, then proceed with the further key. Now second example is password checker. Password checker. Changing the cell to code. Now how to check a password, like when you sign into any web page or any account, there is an option for creating a password. Now once you create a password, there the automatically they suggest that this is not a strong password, this is a weak password. You have to give small letters, special characters, numbers, this all should be in your password, then only it will consider as a strong password. So like that only we will make our code, creating function name as is strong password, and then passing a parameter which is naming password. Now if let's say length of password is less than 8, so return false. If, or let's say if not any char dot is digit. The char dot is digit is a built-in function for character. Is digit basically checks for that in character there is digit or not. So character dot is digit, char dot is digit for char in password. Return false. Then if not any let's say small character, so for small character is lower, and for capital character it's is upper. For char in password, return false. If not any char dot is upper for char in password, so this will also return false. And finally, if not any special character, for special character there is a little bit change in the syntax, like special characters, let's say this exclamation, then this, not this, at the rate symbol, then hashtag symbol, then dollar symbol, then modulus this one, then upper arrow, and then row bracket, underscore plus. These are some special characters I have mentioned. Now for char, excuse me, return false. Now if this all are means the password is matching all these criteria, in that case return true. Now calling is strong strong password. Printing is strong password. And passing, let's say passing a password, first I'm giving a very weak pwd. Again I am copying this and pasting it here, and now I will give a strong one. str0ng underscore pwd. Now if I shift enter, you will see that for a weak password is giving false and strong password is giving true. So this is how a password checker is been executed. It's very interesting that in same thing looks when we uh, create any password in a web page or website, for account, for creating an account in that website particular. These are small practical example. These all are real world practical examples. Now another example that I all of you want to show, that calculate the total cost of items, calculating the total cost of items in a shopping cart. Calculating the total cost of items in shopping cart. So this is very simple. First creating a function def calculate total cost cart. I have to convert this cell to code, else it will not get executed. Now it will record cart and total cost, let's say I have given 0. Okay, now creating a for loop for item in cart. If you give the variable name as similar like the item in cart, it's completely fine that in cart there is item. This will make you easier for proceeding in the code further. This will understand automatically. Your brain will get understanding the logic and implementing the logic automatically simple a little bit it by itself. Then total cost plus equal to item price into Simply I am applying the formula of total cost item quantity. Means a basic knowledge of maths is required to solve this problem. Then return total cost. Now I am giving you some cart data. Let's say cart equals to a list of dictionaries. This is a new syntax for you all. Simply a dictionary which is stored in a list format. Okay, so name, let's say apple, then price, let's say 0.5, and quantity 4. Now giving comma and creating another dictionary inside a list, set of dictionary inside a list, changing the name to banana, price also from 0.5 to 0.3, and quantity let's say 6. Once again I am creating the dictionary. Let's make quantity 3 and price let's say 7, and name giving orange. Now this is cart data. Now I have to call the function total cost, and total cost equals to calculate total cost, cart, and printing total cost. Now if I run this, it is giving me an error. Okay, let's check the error. Okay. Making here capital P and again running this C, it is giving me 5.8999995. So simply creating a function, variable assigning, creating a variable total cost and assigning it's to 0, initializing with 0. Then a for loop I have created where I have written that item in cart. So this is my cart, and when the item will go inside this cart, it will check every and each and every element inside this, and whenever there will be total cost, let's say item there will be price, so price 0.5, and it will get multiplied by item quantity, and quantity is 4, so 0.5 into 4 will get multiplied, and that will be add by total cost which has been first initialized 0. So total cost current value will become 0.5 into 4 plus 0. Now that value will get current value of total cost. Now once again when the item will move to the next set of dictionary or next segment of element, it will again move go into this price 0.3 and quantity 6. Again 0.3 into quantity 6 will get multiplied, and the current value that was total cost will get added to it. Now again same process to this element, then it will simply return total cost. And how it will return, because in here I am calling the function passing cart, this cart is going there as the value of the parameter, and simply printing total cost. See, total cost. Okay, that's how the program is being executed. So very interesting problem, very logical one related to real world problem. Let's see, my battery is okay, it's manageable. Now giving another example of palindrome. The term palindrome you might be hearing for the first time, but palindrome means, if I let me first type the example, check king. No, check if a string is palindrome, and making it little bit smaller and see. Now, what is palindrome? If I write a number 121, so see carefully, if you starting from left to right hand side, see, you can see the number is 121, but when you starting from the right hand side, it is again 121. So starting from the both side, the number remains same, 121. If I start from the start position to end position, sorry, the number remains same. So if I start the any name from starting position, that should be equal when I reverse the name. So if I show you an example, create a function def is palindrome, giving a character s, and first I have to convert into cell code, yes. Now entering into this function, s equals to s dot lower replace then return s equals to s 1. Now I am simply printing is palindrome. Don't worry, I will explain you what I have written, what I have used, what logic, and writing a simple text, a man, a plane, a canal, Panama. A random text I have written. Now print is palindrome and writing hello. Now I'm explaining you before. So I have basically created a palindrome function name is palindrome, pass a parameter s. Now saying that s equals to s dot lower dot replace this. Now this dot lower and dot replace is an inbuilt function in string. I will give you a list where there will be all this list of inbuilt functions of string, list, character and all. Now s dot lower dot replace, then inverted comma, comma, again inverted comma, space. So wherever there will be one change, wherever there will be space, that should be replaced by, the space should be removed. Simply it is I am denoting it here as a space should be removed. Wherever there will be s dot lower, it will be replaced and space should be removed. This is the space, the blank space and comma. There is no blank space between inverted comma. Now returning that s is equals to s this colon 1, and I remember that I have taught you in for loop or in string how to reverse the name. So using that concept here, Now it's checking, now calling the function and giving a random text. Now if I run, we will see true. Yes, both is a palindrome. How? Now, uh, yes, this is the error. Now see, no, again I have done some mistake. Let me see it very carefully. S equals to S dot lower, and let's copy this and ask from the AI. Yes, you should use AI when you are not able to understand what is the error. For time saving, uh, what's the error and fix that. Okay, now if I enter it, you will see it will generate that the error in syntax error because you're missing a closing parenthesis. Okay, a parenthesis was missing. Last line this was missing. Fixed code is this. Now if I copy this and paste it here, and if I run this, you will see true false. Now how? A man, a plane, a canal, Panama. Now see this. So a man, a plane, a canal, a Panama, not a palindrome. A man, a plane, a canal, Panama. This is a palindrome. Now, if I tell here to explain me, you will see that yes, you will see that the name this is equals to the name madam when it gets reversed. Once the original ones it's getting reversed and the same name gets appeared, so it's printing true. Now hello, in case of hello, when double equals to it's not equals to this, so that's why it is running false. So this one, a man, a plane, a canal, and Panama. This is writing as a man, a plane, and Panama. Now, if you reverse it, its reverse is same like the previous one. So that's why it's giving true, and the hello one is giving false. Okay. Uh, writing a simpler text for you all. Okay. See. First one is true. Madam is when I reverse it gets madam. But hello, when I reverse it is not hello. So that's why it is false. This is how a string is checked if it is palindrome or not. Yeah. This is all about functions. I will give you more practice problems to solve, and quite decent amount of programs practicing examples we have performed till now, and a very interesting one and a unique one. I hope that you understand it all, and also once again going a quick review of functions in Python. What we have learned, the syntax, we have to remember the syntax. Then why are we using function? Because it's efficient to use, and once the logic gets erased, we do not have to write the logic or that much or line of code. Simply creating a function, storing it, and by calling that function we can access that logic that we want to perform. Now also we have seen that functions with multiple parameters, like this are like one parameter, single parameter. If we have to pass multiple parameter by giving simply a comma, we can pass multiple parameter. And remember that you the function name that you are giving, the name should be same when you are calling that and passing the parameters, that all. When if the name is not same as the function name that you have created when you are calling, then it will give me a name, give a name error, like we have seen in the temperature ones in this function practice, temperature conversion, when I have here written here PA, and I have written, when I'm calling it, I have written it, writing it PE, so that's why it was giving me a name error. So you should avoid that type of common errors. And else, default parameter was there. Default parameter simply that parameter will be passed during when creating a parameter. And suppose if we forgot to pass the parameter when we are calling the function, so it will take the default parameter which was assigned when creating that parameter. And if we give parameter when we are calling, then that parameter will be taken, that value of the parameter will be taken. Variable length arguments are there, like positional and keyword arguments. For positional, we like to use the let's say specific words that is being used by the entire world, args star args. You can use anything else, but we prefer to use this star args. And for keyword arguments, we use double asterisk symbol and quotes. Basically it is a key value pair of dictionary, and when we are executing both at one single time, these args and calls are writing it here. And remember that uh, in which order you are assigning the parameters, passing the parameters, first positional, then then keywords. So in that position only you have to pass the value for that parameter when you are calling that function. Then we have seen the return statement, and we have seen returning multiple parameters. So here comes to an end in function and function practice. In later video we will see functions like map, filter, and this type of functions, which will make our Python journey much more easier. So that's all for today. I hope you really enjoy this lesson, and yeah, thank you for watching. And if I will provide you the list of inbuilt characters, like is, lower, is, digit, this all inbuilt functions, list of inbuilt functions which is being used in string. It's very important. And anything else if I am missing? uh, Nothing is there. Yeah, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.